In example 4a, we need to find a confidence interval for the population standard deviation of wait times of customers at the Jefferson Valley Bank. We need to find the sample standard deviation, so we will need to enter the data into list 1 and then use stat, calculate, and one variable stats. Pause this video while you do that. You should find that the sample standard deviation is equal to 0.48 minutes when you round to one decimal place beyond the original data. Next, we need to find the critical values. So we need to draw the picture. The confidence level is 0.95, so that leaves 0.025 in each tail. The sample size is 10, so the degrees of freedom is 9. Here's chi-square on the left, here's chi-square on the right. So finding chi-square on the left, the degrees of freedom is 9, and the area to the right of that critical value is 0.975. So you should find that chi-square on the left is 2.700. For chi-square on the right, use degrees of freedom of 9 and the area to the right of 0.025, and you should find that chi-square on the right is 19.023. Now we're ready to find the confidence interval. So we have this big square root. We need the n-1, which is really the degrees of freedom, or 9. We found the sample standard deviation to be 0.48. Don't forget the square. And we need to divide by chi-square on the right, which is 19.023. Less than the population standard deviation is less than the other square root. The numerator is the same. The degrees of freedom times the sample standard deviation squared. But this time you need to divide by chi-square on the left, which is 2.700. You'll want to round your answer to the same number of decimal places as the sample standard deviation, or you could think of it as rounding to one decimal place beyond the original data. Either way, you should end up with 0.33 minutes is less than the population standard deviation is less than 0.88 minutes.